We are back in front of Spirit Christmas, and I was here for the grand opening. I gave you guys a great tour, and that went super viral, and you guys asked me so many questions, and I figured since now Spirit Halloween is put away and they already had their 100% off sale, it's time to go back inside. A, to share with you if they've put anything new out, and B, to answer some of the questions you guys had, because let me tell you, you had a lot of questions at 140,000 views at the time when I'm recording this video. So let's go ahead and head inside. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe and you turn on notifications and you give this video a thumbs up. Anyway, let's head inside. Be sure to grab your Wildwood's Christmas ornament before we sell out. We currently have 6 of them in stock. You can get them by clicking in the link in the description of this video. And the new one for this year, it is Santa riding the Great White. So if you want one, go ahead and grab them while they're still here. So just a mini recap. They're planning to do about 10 of these in the Northeast. So a lot of people have been asking me, going to Ohio, or Arizona, or California. No, right now, these are just 10 test stores. They want to see how things work, you know, what they're able to sell, what they should sell more of, what they should sell less of. And inside is a mix of many different things. And I mean like everything from, you know, inflatables to decorations to clothing to decor, you name it, wrapping paper. They have a lot inside. And so they're just testing things out. This one is the first one that is open. Hopefully by the time this video goes online, the other ones will be open. But if you're like in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York area, I'll put the list of stores that will be opening up right now. And if you're not near those, you should probably make a trip because it's honestly cool. Plus, they do have an online website that you can't buy anything just yet, but I'm assuming, once again, by the time this goes on, you will be able to. I'm gonna head in now and hopefully answer some of those questions you guys had. A lot of people actually asked me to go through the gift department for like wrappings and things like that. So we'll go through all that stuff, and I just wanna add one thing. Remember that Spirit Halloween and Spirit Christmas are both owned by Spencer's, you know that company. And so in the last video, yes, there were some inappropriate sweaters on there because that's the parent company. And so some of that stuff will be in this video. So I apologize in advance if some of that stuff is on there. Just in spirit. You know? Anyway, let's head inside. As we head inside, I don't think there's a Santa today. I think they're gonna have Santa again in the future though. They still have the photo ops out. So Santa's shoes and Gingerbread Man. And today it's very busy out. Very busy in here. And luckily they did lower the music because last time the music was so loud you couldn't hear a thing. For the sake to make sure that I actually have everything in this video, I will start and kind of make like a horseshoe around the store. But before I do, we'll go back down Gingerbread Lane. And that is right as soon as you walk in. This is where Santa was last time. As you make your way down, got these giant gingerbread men. And over here, it's a snowman, but if you notice, he's got like an ice cream cone nose. So it's more or less maybe a fudge ice cream snowman. This can't be snowman, it's gotta be ice cream man, right? I don't know, what would you call that? Anyway, so now this is where you'll walk down to where you can put your naughty and nice list, and you put in there and see if you are naughty or nice. This side you get one of the animatronics, which is a reindeer. You step on these stars, you actually really like. And you'll see him move in a second if he wants to move. There we go, now he's moving. He stopped moving, here we go, try that again, here we go. It's pretty neat, I actually like the lights up the side. We have over here the Grinch himself, which I love. This one's 170. I think it's totally worth it. And he is singing. It's pretty cool. Someone pointed out that yes, they are selling these trees here, which do collapse in on themselves. So it's like there's a pole down the middle, and you take the pole out and it comes right down, folds down flat. And the ornaments you could take off or leave on. You see how they're put on there? So it actually is really nice if you don't like putting things up and down. The only thing you really do is just take the pole out and it goes flat all the way down. That's for $100. We'll make our way down and you can see you've got the snowman on a swing and the naughty and nice box on our right. He is 190. They did originally have postcards that you could write to Santa, and I guess maybe they either went through too many of them or not, but now they have a sign that says ask an associate for a letter to Santa postcard. You can see that right here, but if you have your own, you can bring it in and put it through that slot. More than likely, they're always gonna say nice. I was gonna try to see if I can get the naughty one, but they probably just unplugged that light. The only other animatronic that they have, at least over here, is this Nutcracker whose mouth just moves. And those asking, can you put a nut in saying, well, break it? No, it's not going to, but it is kind of cool. You could see him in action here, and it's done by a sensor in the very bottom of the base. And next to is another one of those trees that collapse down. So now that you got Gingerbread Lane kind of under your belt, let's go through everything else. Starting off with decor and I think different kind of trees. When you walk in, you're greeted by this tree, but I've yet to see this tree anywhere throughout here, but it actually is a nice quality. It isn't bad. This is very similar to the tree that I showed you guys that collapsed down. You can see it's got the pole in the middle and it goes down. That I'll show you right over there. We've got some stars, some smaller trees. Some of these do light up. There's little boxes on them. They're not lighting up right now. We've got some for inside and outside. And you can actually see their Spirit logo. So these are actually made for Spirit Christmas. We've got fiber optic ones on top for about $50. Here's more collapsible trees. They have a lot of these. And that one tree I showed you before when we walked in is right here. And that'll run you about $50 as well. 50 seems like a pretty well-rounded number here. You'll see that for a lot of these stuff. These are pine cones for $5. Poinsettias. Different kinds. We have garland. I'll back up so you can see the selection. And over here you'll start getting into like the ornaments. These ones, I'm trying to see if they're the non-breakable ones. Let's see here. It doesn't even say. Can't tell if these are non-breakable. I think they might be. I don't think they're glass. And they'll run you $10. And they have them in different colors as well. So here you can see the gold. They've got them in white and silver. And then gold and white. They also have these ones, which I think are, they also have these ones, which are really cool. They're light up ones. Yeah, so if you want them outside, like on your poles and things like that, it's kind of cool to put outside. Moving this way, you get some generic stuff. And in the middle here, you'll see those collapsible trees we talked about before. Over here, we start getting into like the home goods stuff, which, I mean, keep in mind, owned by Spirit Halloween. So they have some darker things throughout here, some Creepmas stuff. Here's a great example of that. Next to the jolly green stuff and red stuff. Tree collars. Let's see, here is for a snowman. You could dress a snowman. Comes with all the kits, so I guess you just kind of put together, but I like this one here. Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas. I like that one for a snowman. And they do have one for Rudolph. Very unique. I actually do like that one because the nose lights up. Move our way over. So it turns out you actually put these on trees. Because you got Santa there, so yeah. So those ones I just showed you, they go on trees. But the one thing I really am excited to share with you is, you know how in the Grinch they have that massive star they put on top? Well, they have one of those tree toppers. Look at that. That is super cool. You also have some front door signs. Merry Christmas, Pooh Bear, Elf. We have another Elf one over here. I know him. I know him. We're gonna continue down. You've got these little statues, some Halloween ones, believe it or not.
How about this overall thing?
And some traditional stuff as well. Now, there are two Nutcrackers I actually really want to share with you guys so badly, and they're so cool. So one is a skeleton one. Yeah, he's a full-on Nutcracker as a skeleton, and he breaks it right here. But there's another one that's even cooler. This one is so neat looking. Now, I don't think this one's even functional. I think it's, yeah, it's not functional, but is so neat. This is actually the only one here, so I'm probably gonna have to get this. It's kind of cool. But like, those are some of the things you can expect in here. They do have Christmas stuff, but they also have Halloween stuff and other things that are very exclusive to just Spirit. You know, like the Griswold family snow globe, which I have to hit a button, but it's not turning on. Let's see if it will. Well, it's supposed to turn on. Let me try one more time. See if it works. No, I think the battery's dead. It needs new batteries, but still, they've got cool stuff like that. In the home goods section, you got mugs, which are really cool. Some of these are sets, by the way. So here is a coffee cup, but this is a candle. Here's a coffee cup and then an ornament. So they have different stuff like that, which is very unique. More like this. Oh my God, this one's funny actually. That is really cute. Here you can see some smaller plates and molds. Yeah, some plates down here. This is instructions to make a good eggnog. Got more bowls and cookie jars for Santa. Toothpicks and a napkin holder. Yeah, this looks like a dip thing. Or no, it's milk and cookies here, I think, right? I have no idea, I'm just guessing. And on the other side, you're going back into the snow globes that I showed you before. Here you've got some signs to put outside, plus giant nutcrackers. You can buy these. Right now, I only see them in silver and in black. You can see some countdowns, a letterbox, a few other things. You have some inside decorations. These ones light up. They're like, what, they're ice cubes. You've got Santa and Christmas trees and snowmen and Christmas trees. These are the traditional ones you guys kind of grew up with. Behind me are rugs and things for the bathroom, shower curtains and sets. Here you've got some napkins and soap dispensers. Happy holidays. Oh, that's funny. That's actually really cute. Make our way on the back wall. Some wreaths and some trees. Got some more things in black for, you know, Creepmas. And now, here we go. Yeah. Now you start seeing more and more Halloween Christmas stuff. Deck the horror in dead inside, but jolly. That is funny. It's very, very clever. Welcome to Christmas Town. And more traditional Christmas stuff. Look at Frosted Go, Gingerbread Lane, Candy Cane Lane. But let's flip around and you'll see, yeah, that's right, Christmas Town. And yeah, they have a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. And I mean a lot. You can see as we're going more and more into this, they got candles. I can't open it. There's actually not even candles, I guess it's just a jar. A light up statue, which, there you go. The button lights up. This is a statue, which is really neat. How much is that actually? It's another 45 bucks. There's a button to light it up, but he's not lighting up right now. You can see what looks to be for a miniature town. This looks like you put a candle inside. Oh, Harry Potter, Hogwarts. Yeah, Santa, Grim Reaper. Okay, I guess that works. Oh, wait a minute. See Santa? No, you don't. It's a Santa zombie. It changes. And they have it for Mrs. Claus as well. Get straight ahead, it's Mrs. Claus. You turn it, nope. Oh, this is clever. We're gonna move through the sweaters, and once again, there are some inappropriate stuff, so if you wanna turn away now, right ahead, but we're gonna start with the Creepmas stuff first. So they're Creepmas. I can't even, it's Creepmas, that's right, yeah. And these sweaters are hilarious. Starting off with this one. And it lights up and it jingles. Yeah, clever. We've got this one here. From our family to yours, happy holidays. How about slashing through the snow? You're cute when you're scared. Oh, I even noticed this, look. The glitter moves inside. This one here is he sees you when you're sleeping, and there's so many more. There's some cute ones too. These are actually elf ones. But this I wanted to share with you. Yeah, very clever. And then this one here, I covered that for you. But F around and find out. And of course, this one here is going to be a bestseller. Yeah. The holidays are terrifying. That is clever. And they have hats to match for some of these. I'm trying to cover up some of the stuff for you guys, but oh, that's, yeah. They've got a lot of those hats. And then some regular ones as well. And then regular ugly sweaters. Some outfits. Some t-shirts in the corner. You can pause and read them if you want to. And then some of these cool, actually I really like this one here. This one lights up, get lit. And then some pajamas. And it's getting a little busy in here, so it's hard to take in the corners, but over here are like onesies that you can buy and different kind of Santa hats. And now we'll make our way past kind of like where the photo op is, because starting, I think it's like November, it says it right here, let me show you. Starting November 29th, Santa will be here Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and then Christmas Eve on the 23rd, so you come over here and meet Santa. And it is reserved for him, so no one else can sit there. And I just want to add in, they added this little sign here, no personal photography, or Santa will put you on the naughty list. It's funny. We're now gonna go buy all the decorations. You can see some of these to put out front or inside. This one lights up, let's see if it lights up. Here. Light up Grinch. Here's Max. Hey, Max. This thing is still here. I'm surprised no one bought it. This has been here since the grand opening. This is funny because, technically speaking, they could put this in for just regular Halloween and then just kind of throw that on there. So they could have sold that during Halloween, only for 150 bucks. This is the Grinch, which I'm assuming it's that one we showed you earlier dancing, for 180. Behind me are just regular lights. They've got the branding for Spirit, but they're just generic lights. There's nothing about it. These are pretty neat. These are these flex neon. You've got trees and Santa and a wreath. Ho, ho, ho. And then there's some candy canes underneath of it. This is where they have a lot of their outside stuff. I mentioned this before, like Sam's Club has these, but the bigger versions of them. So, you kind of get the larger. Actually, they literally have that one, but bigger. Which is kind of neat to see, though, and smaller. And this thing here, really trippy with your eyes. If you could see that. It's really neat. Same with Santa as well. And now we'll head over to a section that I missed out in the other video, which was the gift wrapping. So let's head over there. And to me, this is all really just generic stuff. It's regular wrapping paper, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. There's nothing that screams like Spirit stuff, though they do have Spirit exclusive wrapping paper, which, let's see here. Now this is a, oh, I could see that. It's Santa wearing a pink hat with that's a cowboy hat. And looks like a flamingo, just on ice. Nothing really like insane about the exclusive ones. Some of the other ones are just kind of like generic. Try to see if they had like any like character ones. They don't. These ones are just generic. This is kind of funny. Spent my life savings on this. That's clever. Got it on sale. Yep. Stop sharing at my pack. Oh, stop staring. Oh, I read that wrong. That's funny though. That is funny. Now, these are ones that are very, very custom for Spirit. Merry Creepmas. What was it saying? Gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Merry Christmas. Merry AF and Merry effing Christmas. So we get those kind of stuff. They also have Christmas storybooks with different names on it. So if you're Brooklyn, they got one for you. They also have gnomes that light up, and you can get them, you can write the names on people, or you can get ones that are custom. Mom and Dad. There's Michelle and Aaron and Abigail and Alex. So, and they have different kinds. Matthew and Luke and Mary and Melissa. And that is honestly the wrapping section. Not too much has changed since the last time I was here. So moving over, actually, I don't think they really did anything on this side of the store different. I haven't seen anything new. They still have this tree thing in the middle that you could fill up for different prices. You can fill a box or a stocking, and the stockings are $10. Gift box are $25. The gingerbread kits behind here, and then over here are the inflatables. And I mean, once again, not really much has changed in this corner. A lot of you guys just wanted me to kind of film inflatables just a little bit. You can see Santa on his sleigh and the gingerbread house behind it. These are two separate sets, by the way. This is not all just one. Got the cookie jar and the bear. I do like Rudolph. But once again, not too much has really changed. One question I had a lot in the other videos, are they making it bigger? And the reason why you said this is because in our last video, we thought they were, because this actually is this giant building. And so they had these curtains here. We thought maybe they would be making it bigger. They're not. It's actually just storage back there. Really, there's nothing to look at. But like this is like the size of like, I feel like a Kohl's in a way that they just kind of made it into this little area. Here are the stocking stuffers. And the one thing people had questions about are the ornaments here. And you guys wanted to see them in higher quality videos, so here is the zombie gingerbread man. Here's the skull and candy cane. You've got the snowman giving the middle finger, Salty the snowman. And you've got one up here as well. Merry Christmas. The ornaments are really honestly cool. Possessed tree. I actually didn't see this one last time. Gingerbread woman. The ghost. Yeah, Bigfoot. And they added a couple. I don't remember seeing this one before. Got the elf. And then these ones I didn't see last time. So you got Vlad. You got Rocky. You got Frankenstein. Here is Mort. We got Bubbles over here. Actually, this one's really funny. And I got a couple different ones. Evil Snowman. Psy. Here's the Mummy. You got Lance. These are really clever. Scrooge. Wolfie. Evil Santa. Look at that. That is cool. I like Patch as well. So since our last video, they actually added in more like spooky Christmas stuff, or the Creepmas. Some of these things could actually just be from Spirit Halloween that they moved over, like these cups. I could have sworn I saw them over there. I could be wrong though. But they have a couple different kind. And they added in the lava lamps as well, which I think once again came from, oh, these are actually from Spencer, see? There you go. So they moved over here for a little bit more merchandise.
What's those lava lamps?
And they've got these ones, the Merry Groovemas, Friday the 13th ones, and Seasons Creepings. Deck the Horror, like the sign we saw before. They have Deck the Horror, like we saw before, and a couple other ones. And again, some other ones are, I think, just from Halloween. They just kind of like moved over. And they have a few other things as well. These kind of glasses, I like the feeling baddie. Obviously, a play on Christmas Vacation. I think this is funny here. But they also have other mugs in here. Deck the Horror. And a few other ones. Let's see, this one's hard to see, but he's got his Santa hat on. I like this one. This reminds me of that tree we saw over at that other area. And then lastly, and other people had so many questions about the plush animals that I showed you. Someone said, are they dog toys? Not that I'm aware of. These are absolutely amazing. They're so cute, cuddly, and fun. Something very different. Something very, very different, but I like them. So there you guys go. That's a full tour now of Spirit Christmas. About a few weeks after this one originally opened, something's changed. They added more Halloween stuff, which is really cool. That whole Creepmas stuff, I think, is going to be the outliner. And I think that this is going to be a huge success for them. And if you haven't visited one of their stores, hopefully next year, they'll open it up to even more. 10 only this year at this very moment. I mean, there could be more, we don't know yet. But next year, I'm assuming this will be nationwide. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what was your favorite thing to look at. And I'll see you guys later. Make sure you do subscribe and turn on notifications. And as always, in my videos, I'll see you on the beach, which is right down the street. See you later. Bye.